Hey guys, we are probably on the last day for most of you. I know I've been looking forward to this day. Typically, the powder will last about 6.5 days. And then the question that we always have is, what do I do once the powder is done? So what I encourage you is as soon as that last shake is consumed, basically you're done the detox now. And so here's the part that I love the most, which is all of the effort that you've just put in for the past week. This is where it really shines. And this is where we start to slowly reintroduce foods back into our diet to see which ones are not working for us so well and which ones are okay to eat. So this is what we call mono meals. Mono meals being one food group at a time, separated by at least 4 hours. With some patients, I've even been doing as much as a day. So one day is a gluten challenge, one day is a dairy challenge, one day is a wheat, or not a wheat one day is an egg challenge, one day is a fruit challenge. And give yourself that entire day to try different variations of that food. So on a dairy day, you could try milk, ice cream, yogurt, cheese, and see how you feel with each of them. But typically you want to give at least 4 hours for your body to either mount a response or not, meaning that response could be an immediate gas or bloating feeling. With mucousy foods like bananas and dairy, you might get a little bit of that phlegm in your throat right away. You might feel that you have to run to the washroom right away. We've seen that happen. Or by the end of the day, you get a headache. And I can tell you from experience, I very regretfully had a few slices of pizza about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and for 3 days I could not move my head because my headaches were so awful, and it started from the base of my neck and just kind of radiated right to my eyes. And because it was so severe, by moving my head I was feeling dizzy and nauseous, and so I haven't gone and eaten pizza since because it just isn't worth it for me, and it's because I am genetically lactose intolerant and dairy sensitive as well. So that probably had something to do with it. It was also very greasy, so it's just hard for my body to break down when it's not used to eating that food. But basically any negative reaction, even an overwhelming sense of fatigue or a change in mood to a negative mood, meaning you're feeling really good going into the food, you come out feeling very grumpy or irritable, gluten tends to do that for me. Those are all signs that that food group is not good for you, and I would strongly recommend that you just keep it out of your diet as long as possible. However, if you eat a food and there's zero reaction, most likely you are okay to consume that food. Understand though, when it comes to food sensitivities, it does depend on how the food was created, how processed it was, how well the animals were treated when they cultivated the milk or meat from them or whatever. All of these things kind of come into play. So sometimes you'll be okay and sometimes you won't be. So you'll just have to kind of pay attention, maybe keep a journal while you're reintroducing these foods and just see how your body responds to them. But any negative reaction is a sign that you shouldn't be eating it, which is why the most important thing you must do while you are reintroducing these mono meals is do not mix them together. So don't have cereal and milk. Don't have bread and cheese, because we won't know, was it the bread, was it the cheese, was it the milk, was it the cereal that I'm reacting to. Try to keep things very separate, but because the shakes are done, lean meats are completely fine, and stick to the vegetables that you've been eating this whole time. And then just let me know how those reactions go. But this is really why we worked so hard and why our diet was so boring, if I can say that, because now we're getting the opportunity to reintroduce these foods one food group at a time, separated by at least 4 hours, and see how your body responds to them. But that's it, guys. You made it. You made it through the 7-day detox. I'm so thrilled that we did it as a group, because there was a lot of moments where I could have quit, and I'm sure you guys can all say the same. So you kept me honest, and I really appreciate it. Congratulations, you did it, and I hope you feel tremendously better. I just got on the scale myself, and I lost 5 pounds, so I'm pretty happy about that. The big thing is now that the detox is done, don't go all the way back to where you were in the beginning, because then that just made this whole week not all that worth it for you. But keep me posted how you guys are doing, and have a wonderful weekend.